Well, I am a tech analyst and I work in an IT company in Canada. From past 1.5 years, I have been trying to switch my career to a position as a software engineer. And to do so, I have been doing a lot. I have been writing codes on JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Kotlin, React, and so on. And this 1.5 year, it had all been the education part. A few days back, I was creating an application that was a QR code generator on React. Now, I am new to React and I was just trying to implement states, props, JSX, and so on. So it took me about 3 to 4 days to complete that entire project, and I was able to create a very nice looking QR code generator. All that is left is creating the navigation menu bar and so on. So while I was creating this application, I went through a video on YouTube. I do not remember the creator of that video, but he mentioned something about ChatGPT. Now, the whole project that took me 3 days to create, it took me just 3 minutes by using that tool, which makes me wonder that how easy it is to create application these days using OpenAI. Now, ChatGPT is made by a very popular OpenAI platform, which is known as OpenAI itself. Now, these people have been working on a lot of applications, and this one over here amazes me the most. It does not mean that if you're able to write these codes in 3 minutes, or like if it is able to give you a response within 1 minute, you still need to have a few things in your mind, or you still need to have some knowledge about development. For my case over here, I knew that how React works, how state works, how to create app.js component, how to create app.css component, what are the libraries that I need to import in my project in order to make that project. Now let us try to practice this on our own system. As we can see over here, we have this chat.openai.com open in front of us. We can write a very simple command that says that write me a React code for a keyword generator in app.js file. It should include the styling under app.css as well. I did that so that it imports that statement under the app.css file to the app.js file while writing the code. So it makes things a bit more easier for the beginners. Now you can see over here, it has already started to write the application or write the code for us. It is importing React, the use states. It is imported QR code from qrcode.react. I'll comment upon it later in this video. Now it is importing app.css file, creating a function that is QR generator, setting the states, and now it is writing the constructor and then JSX file, and that is it. And now it is creating the CSS component over here. Once it is completed, you can see that it is asking you to install the QR code React library, or it just says you that it is using this QR code.react library. That is a npm library which we can install in our project in future. Now over here in front of me, I have item, and in here I can create a new application. So let us see where we are. We are in the home directory right now. So let us go to the documents, then React, and then create a new application over here. Now we can write a simple command that is npx create react app, and then the name of the application, that is ChatGPT app over here. Now you can see it can take some time, and after that it is finished, it will give you a message that says happy hacking. So now we are done with creating this application. We can open the Visual Studio Code and then click on file, then open, and then we can navigate to document, React, and the application that is ChatGPT app in here. Now once this application is open, we can do one thing. We can remove some of the code or leave it as it was. Now go to the ChatGPT and copy the code for app.js, and then you can go to the app.js component and copy paste the entire code in here. Do the same thing with the app.css file, copy the code and put it under app.css. Now one thing to remember is that this code will not work on its own because it needs to import the npm libraries. Now you can search on Google the QR code.react library and it will take you to the npm website. Now just copy the code from there and go to the terminal, and you can just install that library libraries or the repositories under your application. Once it is finished, you can just do npm start so that the server is started. Make sure the app.css and app.js files are saved so that it can reflect on the server. So you can see over here, I can go to the localhost 3000. Already see that we have this application which is fully functional. Let me put down an IP in here so that you can know that it is working. So as you can see over here, and here we go, and we can see that the QR code is generated. Now this is not a dynamic one and it does not reflect the changes as I've made on the go. Now also you can see that it does not look very good, it is not very stylish and so on. You can use some of the styling from Bootstrap 5 or Palma.io by installing the libraries and using the code, but hey, you already have a very basic functionality. Styling is something that is easier than writing the code by yourself, and this one over here, it has already made you a developer. I think that all it took me was 3 minutes to create this entire application with no knowledge on how to use ChatGPT code on Visual Studio Code, which is very interesting because it took me 3 days to make a similar code. The only difference is that the one that I made, it has some of the Palma.io CSS styling and it has a dynamic functionality because I am using a different repository and importing different functions in that application, and which amazes me that how easy it is again. So what do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer learning a programming language in 6 months or a year or 1.5 years, or do you guys prefer using these applications like ChatGPT, which is a really powerful one, and create the similar application in 3 minutes? What I would say is that you still need to learn some programming before using ChatGPT for creating the entire application. You need to know the different components, the repositories and so on, because without that you will be lost. You can use this application to create your own website to drive some free traffic, like a keyword research tool that is very similar to Ubersuggest and SEMrush. You can create your own QR code generator or YouTube AI title generator and so on. This is very easy and I would really suggest this in the year 2023. Also, you can earn some money by using this application to create some code for some of the freelancer clients on Fiverr or Upwork and so on. So generating money with ChatGPT is very easy. I would not suggest using this application to create your essays and so on because it will include some plagiarism, but if it is something like coding, then yes, this is an application which will allow you to earn some money. You can create your own websites, drive some traffics. You can use this application to find some low density and low competition and high volume keywords for free. So you do not need Ubersuggest, you do not need any other keyword tool generator. You can use this application and it is a very helpful one. So that was me, Anshul, talking about ChatGPT to become a programmer in 3 minutes. Thanks for watching and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.